just had the worst transaction of my entire career. And what made it so awful is that the buyer agent and his lender decided to quit communicating at the times that it would have been most important to communicate. See, we had all agreed we were going to sign on Tuesday morning so it could fund and record on that Tuesday. And based on that, we had set up a moving company to come move all our stuff on Wednesday and Thursday. And we were buying a house, then that was happening at the same time. So we've got a little bit of a domino effect happening. The people that were selling us their house, they had already moved out and they had signed as well. And so we're all waiting on our buyers. And so Tuesday, late afternoon, I haven't heard anything. My title company's bugging me. Have you heard anything? I'm like, no. And so I shoot the agent a text. I'm like, hey, how did your signing go? And then he just texts me this. He says, Mike, I'm sending you an addendum to extend settlement to Friday. And I'm like, no. You need to call me and have a conversation. And so 2 hours later, so they've officially at that point defaulted on their contract, and he finally picks up the phone after sending me the addendum he said he was going to send me, but no communication, just assumed that it would be okay if we just extended by 3 days with no communication whatsoever. So we get him on the line. I suggest we get his lender on the line, and we all have a conversation. We bring in the seller agent of the house we're buying, and the lender tells us, hey, hands down, I can get this funded and recorded by Thursday morning. And we're like, okay, cool. Well, then Wednesday, they were supposed to give us some updates. They ghosted us all day on Wednesday. And then Thursday, when again they were supposed to sign Thursday morning, they again ghosted us all day, and it wasn't till 8 p.m. Again, now we had done an addendum to extend the deadline to Thursday, and now they've defaulted a second time. And again, we're all just wondering what's happening. Anyway, we extended the deadline to Friday based on what we learned on Thursday night, and Friday was super dramatic as well because we actually had a moving company loading up all our stuff out of the house that we hadn't sold yet, getting ready to move it to the house we haven't bought yet. It was supposed to fund and record that morning per the conversation the other evening, and it didn't actually record. They actually got doxed at about 2 p.m., got it funded and recorded, fortunately. And then there was some drama because of they added someone to the loan that title had no idea was going to be on the loan, and so they had to do a quick check, found out they had all kinds of judgment. It was just a huge mess, and fortunately, it closed with like 1 minute. We got our wire out on our purchase 1 minute before the wire cut off at 4 o'clock. So 3:59, our wire went out, and it recorded 30 minutes later. So it all happened by Friday. You can imagine it was just super stressful for everyone, and it all stemmed from just horrible communication from this agent and their lender not being upfront and honest with us. So here's the thing, guys. Communication really solves every problem. Like when you don't know what's going on, you just automatically assume the worst, and your brain takes you to spaces like, well, this isn't going to happen, and it's super frustrating. So just if you're in a pinch, if the deal's going sideways, if the underwriter's making your life hard, getting your clear to close, then just communicate that. Be open and honest, and everything will be okay. It's when you ghost people and don't communicate that everyone gets upset. So communicate and don't piss people off.